25 years ago, I walked into a firehouse for the first time. Today, I'm about 5.5 years from walking out for the last time. And somewhere between those two moments, one number started keeping me up at night. Not a call, not a shift, a fund. So here's the question I'm working through. Should I replace my target date fund inside my 457B? Today, I'm opening my actual retirement account, walking through the real numbers, and showing exactly how I'm thinking about this decision. Not advice, not a hot take, just the math, the trade offs, and the thought process. Welcome back to Firefighter Advocate. If this is your first time here, I'm a firefighter documenting the run to retirement in real time with real numbers. When I started this channel, I made myself one promise. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. I'm here to show you how I think through what to do with mine. And this decision is a big one, so let's open the books. Inside my 457B, 76% of my account is in the State Street Russell All Cap Index Fund. The other 24% is in the Target Retirement 2055 Fund, which is the fund this whole video is about. Outside of that, in my brokerage account, I hold NVIDIA, Broadcom, Micron, Palantir, SWLGX, SNX, FX, and QQQM. Every month, $1,700 goes into my 457B. Right now, another $2,160 a month goes into my brokerage account. Starting in 2027, that brokerage contribution becomes $1,000 a month forever. Not until I retire, forever. Retirement doesn't shut off my investing. It just changes where the paycheck comes from. And that's where the tension starts. Target date funds are designed to get more conservative as the target year gets closer. Stocks gradually move out, bonds gradually move in, and risk comes down. For a lot of people, that glide path is the safety net they need. But my situation is different. I have a pension coming, and that pension is expected to cover a real portion of my retirement income before my portfolio has to do anything. So I keep asking, do I still need a fund playing defense for me, or is that defense costing me growth I may not need to give up? I see three paths. Option one, do nothing. Leave the money in the 2055 fund exactly where it is. Option two, move that money into Russell All Cap, a fund I already own, already inside my plan, with no extra steps. Option three, open a self-directed brokerage window inside my 457B. Think of it like a door inside the account that could give me access to funds my plan doesn't normally offer, like SWLGX or SWPPX. But that door may come with paperwork, fees, and more responsibility. So before I chase the upside, I want to be honest about the effort. Now let's get into the numbers. I didn't pick returns just to prove a point. I pulled each fund's real 5-year average and ran it against my real balance and contribution plan. The 2055 target date fund, averaging 11.55% a year, projects to roughly $2.88 million. Russell All Cap at 12.09% lands around $2.96 million. SWPPX, the S&P 500 fund, at 13.37%, comes in near $3.17 million. And SWLGX, the strongest of this group at 13.68%, projects to about $3.22 million. Here's the part that made me pause. Russell All Cap, the fund I already own and already have access to, comes within about $250,000 of the most aggressive fund on the list. No new account, no new paperwork, almost the same ceiling, but averages only tell part of the story. They show the destination, not the road. In 2022, the last major down year for growth-heavy funds like these, SWLGX fell nearly 29%. SWPPX dropped over 18%. Russell All Cap, tracking the broader Russell 3000, fell close to 19%. That wasn't ancient history. A 5-year average can smooth that into one clean number on a chart. Living through it is not that clean. So here's what this really comes down to for me. The best fund isn't automatically the one with the highest average return. It's the one that can survive a year like 2022 without causing me to make a bad decision at the worst possible time. That means I have to weigh the pension, my 5.5 year timeline, the growth I already own in my brokerage account, my risk tolerance, and the fact that I still plan to invest after I retire. The chart doesn't know any of that. I do. So where do I land today? I'm not pulling the trigger yet. Moving into Russell All Cap is the cleanest option. It's already available, and the math says it closes a lot of the gap without adding complexity. The self-directed brokerage window is still interesting, but I want to understand every fee, every rule, and every form before I open that door. Sometimes the right move isn't a move at all. Sometimes the right move is slowing down long enough to do the homework.